Hey, what's going on? What we're going to talk about today is how to build a seven-figure agency. My name is Nato. I'm an insurance agent here in Houston, Texas. I started an independent agency from scratch, and in 5 years, I exited for over seven figures. I've also helped hundreds of insurance agents build their seven-figure agency. Some have sold, some have not. And I'm in the process of starting a new one. And also I'm buying books of business as we currently speak. So what I want to do today is give you some value and give you the steps involved and the 4 skills that you need to build a seven-figure agency. If you master these 4 skills, I would say it's very difficult not to get a seven-figure agency unless you just don't have all the other intangibles. Like you're not a hard worker, you're not determined. Now, these 4 skills I learned from one of my mentors that's worth over $100 million. His name is Naval Ravikant. And if you guys haven't read this book, it's an awesome book. He started tech startups. And what I did was I took those skills and I implemented it in my agency. And these are the 4 skills that really helped me get to the 7 figures. And I want to show you guys how to use these 4 skills to grow your own agency. So let's get to the screen here. Now, the 4 skills you have to master to build a 7-figure agency. And like I mentioned before, once you build these 4 skills, you can build your agency as big or as small as you want. You can have the time and lifestyle that you want. In the beginning, when I was first starting my insurance agency, just like any other business, you have to do everything yourself. Slowly, I started implementing leverage and hiring people and growing my business. So if your goal is to, build an agency, I did it in 4 or 5 years. I know I can help people do it in a shorter time frame because of the skills that I've learned. Whether your goal is to build an agency and have the time freedom to like go golf on Fridays or go fishing, whatever your hobby is, you can definitely build your dream agency. One of the big reasons was because I joined a cluster that was taking about 20% of my profits. So once my agency got big enough, it was just too much and got an offer and I took it. But insurance, I believe, is one of the best businesses because of how consistent it is, how reliable it is. And once you build it, you can really build it and have it run itself. And then you can go and venture out and do other businesses. So if you're an insurance agent, you probably already know that. One of my first students, his name is Luis Aleman. His hobby is golfing and he's actually really good at it. His agency runs completely by itself. He probably just deals with the carriers and maybe referral partners. When I met him, he had about a $1 million premium book. Now his book of business is up to 10 million. So he can definitely sell his agency for multiple 7 figures if he wants to, but there's no reason for him to do it because it runs itself and he's probably going to retire from it. So maybe you want to take a vacation without worrying about the office or the clients. I know I have some friends that started agencies around the same time I did, where they're more self-employed than business owners. They have to be in the business for it to run. That's not the type of business I wanted to run. I wanted to be able to go vacation with my family and not have to worry about quoting, customer service. If you ever had to deal with that, it's really annoying to go on a vacation, trying to spend time with the family, and then you have to quote, and then you have your wife saying, "Are you going to spend time with us?" It's just not worth it. You really want to implement these 4 skills so you have the opportunity to have, like I said, that time freedom. Like I mentioned before, maybe you want to build an agency in 3, 4, 5 years and then sell it for 7 figures and then go do something else. When I sold my agency last year, I was able to travel the world with my wife. I told her, book all the vacations that you want for a whole year and we'll go to them. And that's what we did. I was also able to buy my dream car. My dream car is R8. Ever since I watched the movie Iron Man, I always wanted an R8. So I was able to purchase that. And now I just want to help insurance agents do the same thing. Build your dream insurance business or build it to where you can sell it. And I can help you guys with that. Now, the 4 skills of leverage, like I said, I learned this from Naval, who's an entrepreneur worth over 100 million. And I just implemented those skills into my agency and it worked. It worked really well. So let's get to it. The first skill that you must master is capital. When I first started my insurance agency, unfortunately, I didn't have the money or the skills or know-how. I literally drained my 401k to start my agency and it still wasn't enough. I ran out of money 6 months into it. If I knew what I know now, that you're able to get business credit based on your personal credit at 0%, that could have floated me and grew my agency a lot faster. So having access to capital is incredible leverage because it allows you to hire people. It allows you to buy leads or market on like Facebook and Google. And as you guys know, when you sell a policy, you can cross-sell and make even more money. And then the following year, you get the residuals from that. So it's incredible to leverage credit and leverage capital in order to grow your agency. So, like I mentioned before, I figured out a way how to get anywhere from $50 to $250,000 in 0% funding for your insurance agency. This is a strategy that now I implement with every insurance agent, whether they need it or not, because in the future, if they want to scale fast, they might need that money. It's free money. If you don't need it, you don't use it. But when you need it, it's at 0%. So it's like free money. And also the payments are as low as 1% a month. So let's just say we're able to get you $100,000 in funding and you exhaust the whole 100,000, which I don't know why you would do that as an insurance agent, but let's just say you do, your monthly payments are only $1,000. And what I love about insurance is that you get your money back right away so you can pay off that credit card a month or two later. So imagine using the capital for marketing, hiring, growing your agency. How much faster can it grow? Like I said, like I mentioned before, I wish I would have known this when I first started my agency. Instead of taking 5 years, I think it would have took me 2 to 3 years to reach that 7-figure level. So anyway, I'm glad it worked out for me, but it was a huge risk on my part. It was a risk that I didn't really have to take if I would have known what I know now. And pretty much after talking to an insurance agent, I know if I can help them as far as the capital is concerned. I can look at their profile and be like, yes, I can get you 100,000 guaranteed at 0%. And if you need more, we can get you more. So if you have decent credit with no derogatory marks on your credit in the past 2 years, you can pretty much get $100,000, $200,000 at 0% funding. And another reason why I'm confident is because we have relationships with the banks. We've already funded hundreds of insurance agents that they trust us, and we're able to get insurance agents higher limits and better approvals because of our relationship with these banks. And like I said, if you guys need help on that funding, we're able to help you out. The second skill that you guys must master is content. Content, sometimes people think content is just, I don't know, like a blog or something, but content involves everything that's going to be bringing in leads to your agency. And that includes your social media accounts, your websites, your funnels, your ads, your Google My Business. If you don't know what Google My Business is when you do a search, it's the ones that come after the paid search, and it's the local. And you probably used this in the past where you look at people's reviews before you buy anything. Those are really important, and we help insurance agents how to build that up. And any other online asset. What I believe that every insurance agent should do, and this is what helped me sell my agency to more multiples than a normal insurance agent, is because I had digital assets attached to my insurance agency. I had a website that was bringing in leads. I already had funnels set up that were bringing in consistent leads. My Google My Business was ranked on the top for like home insurance that was bringing in leads that I actually rented out to the owner for 2 years. And I'll get that back here in another year or so. So you really, as an insurance agent, you want to develop these, what I call digital assets. So I'll give you some examples here. Your digital assets, they will not only bring in your consistent leads, but also help you when you want to sell your agency. If you ever do, let's just say you never want to sell your insurance agency. These digital assets, they start compounding upon itself and bringing you more leads and bringing you more authority in the space. Because at the end of the day, guys, we're selling the same thing. So you have to really set yourself apart from another insurance agent. How do you do that? I did it with social media and paid ads. So you definitely want to start building digital assets. So let's see. This is one of my clients that we built a funnel for that was bringing in Facebook leads. This ad ran for like 4 or 5 years, and Facebook prices have gone up because of competition. It's a little bit more saturated than it was before, but it's still a really good way to bring in consistent leads. One unique thing I also did was not only generate leads for my insurance agency, but also generate leads from our referral partners. For example, I generated home buyer leads for my loan officers and real estate agents. So when I got in the door with them, instead of asking like every insurance agent for their business, I gave them business. I helped them with their business. And that was the thing that got me in the door fast. And then I built a relationship with them. And then eventually I had, at the peak, probably about 30, 40 loan officers sending me all of their business, not only the ones I was sending them. So building these digital assets, learning how to generate leads for yourself or having someone do it for you is extremely important. I got like I mentioned before, I got my GMB ranked high for home and auto insurance in my local area. And I was able to get 219 reviews for my agency. And that really helps because let's just say not only are you ranked, but then when they search for home insurance in that area, you also have 200 5-star reviews. They're pretty much going to go with you. And like I mentioned before, it's all about having the edge over the next insurance agent because we all sell the same thing. So all of these digital assets is what helped me get consistent leads, what helped grow my insurance agency to 7 figures. And I've helped hundreds of insurance agents generate their own leads. We can also do Facebook marketing done for you, where we build a funnel and ads. We can build your website. We can help with your Google My Business, and then also help with your social media to bring in organic leads. It's all about setting yourself apart and getting leads from all directions. The third skill that you must learn is code. And code involves automation, systems, and software. System stands for save yourself time, energy, money, and stress. And that's exactly right. Like, I've built systems where it saves me so much time and it allows me to go do the money generating things in my agency. So you must have this in order to free up your time and be more efficient in your insurance agency. So when I first started helping insurance agents, I don't know how many insurance agents I ran through that were still using a Google spreadsheet instead of using like a CRM system. I am really a proponent of like using a CRM system, especially nowadays where AI will also help you and things like that. And one of the big things that my automations did and my CRM system would do is, let's just say, for instance, not only does it keep track of your clients, but let's just say you get a client, you quote them, you're not able to sell them at the time. You can set up an auto-generating system where it texts them, emails them every 6 months for another quote. So what you end up doing is building a database of hundreds, thousands of people that you quoted in the past that you can keep requoting. Eventually, you're going to get their business if you can help them out. Another thing that this automation would do is, for example, let's just say somebody bought home insurance from me, but they didn't buy the auto insurance. We would follow up with things about how to get auto quote with us and the benefits and how they can save money, and follow up and to cross-sell. Basically, you could use that to automatically cross-sell home auto. And then if you guys sell life insurance also, that is the value of having a really good automation and CRM system. And that's why code is important. Also create a system SOP. For those of you guys that don't know, I was in the military, so everything was what an SOP is. A standard operating procedure is basically a step-by-step detail to complete a certain task. And it goes down in detail. And the reason why that's important is I recommend every insurance agent to start as video SOPs along with documented SOPs, because when you bring in somebody new, the training is a lot easier. You can just make them watch the videos, and then that could train your whole staff eventually. And that's what happened to me. Not only did I do SOPs when I first started my agency, when I hired someone, I made them do SOPs for what they're doing. And the library of SOPs just grew. And now we have a searchable database that they can search for every little task available. And I can help you guys with that also. I created a follow-up system using AI to gather information from every lead that comes in automatically. I'll give you an example. Like when we build these ads and funnels, in the past, what we used to do is message everyone individually. Now we have a process where a lead comes in, the system automatically asks them certain questions to bring that lead into somebody that we can quote. It's gathering information about their cars, their home, things like that. That way we don't have to go back and ask these questions. It saves a ton of time, and our sales guys loved it because they can concentrate on making the sell and not having to gather all that information. So if you guys need help on anything like that, building your ads, building your funnels to bring in leads or automation, we can help with that. That was code. And the last skill that you must learn to build a 7-figure agency is called collaboration. And that deals with people. That deals with hiring people in your staff, which is crucial for your agency because your team is a direct reflection of you. So it's very important, the people you hire, and also the ability to have people send you business, referral partners. It's getting harder and harder to hire people. So you must not only pay them well, but also have a reason why they should work for you. And that's one of the things that will make you different from anybody else. And I can help with that. Also have a unique way of hiring online by building a funnel. And then also implementing virtual assistants. I like the combination of in-house and virtual assistants. I have met agents that only use VAs. The issue with that is that with VAs, a lot of them are really good at doing individual tasks, but not great at maybe dealing with customers. So all my front people are in-house people that are trained really well from us. And also we pay them really well. And then we support them with virtual assistants. I like that combination. And if you guys need VAs or how to implement that, we can also help with that. So learning how to hire and when to hire certain people. Like I mentioned before, I have friends that run their agency with no help or maybe one person, and they're stuck at that, $1 to $3 million book of business where they could have been at a $10 million book of business in the agency running itself. And like I mentioned, I use a combination of virtual assistants and in-house people to, I believe, is the most efficient and the most cost-effective way to run your agency. Also, I mentioned before, I worked with loan officers and realtors that used to send me home insurance business. And at the peak, I mean, I had these LOs and referral partners trained so well that one of the excuses that some LOs said, like, I got to give them 3 options. With us, it wasn't like that. They're like, this is who we work with. This is who we're going to go with. And you have to train your referral partners how to do that. And if you need help with how to get referral partners, how to develop relationships with them, how to train them, I can also help with that. So master these 4 skills to leverage your way to 7-figure agency. If you're happy with just, your book of business being 1 to 3 mil, no problem. If you don't ever want to get bigger, I don't know why you wouldn't, because if your agency you can make it run itself, which I know I can help you with, why not? So if you guys need help with any of these skills, if you just need the capital, you already have the marketing in place, you already have the hiring in place, you just need to hire more people, you need the marketing. If you just need the funding, after speaking to you, after qualifying you, I know for a fact that I can get you 100,000 to 250,000. I wouldn't work with you unless I knew I could help you. And our success rate is high because of that reason. And sometimes I have agents that just want the funding. Sometimes I have agents that just want the marketing. And most of the time I have agents that just want everything. And that's why we call this Insurance Wealth Academy. We're trying to get you to become a wealthy insurance agent. Whatever your need is, I've already built a 7-figure agency, exited. I'm building another one. I've helped hundreds of agents. You guys can see the testimonials below on this page. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go to our website and check out the testimonials. So yes, if you need any help implementing any of these 4 skills, you can book a call. I'm just going to ask you some qualification questions just to see that you qualify. And then we can get to talking to see how we can help you. And yeah, I look forward to connecting with you guys and helping you build your 7-figure agency.